Now, finishing up Chapter 2, we're going to look at the other W's, when, where, how, and why. And they are as simple as they sound, although why can get a little complicated. We're also going to look at counts and identifiers. So when is basically when did the cases happen? When was the data being gathered? For the Consumer Reports article on energy bars, it really wasn't specified when that data was gathered. It could, usually, it's like the year that the report comes out. For the report on the Boston Marathon, that was probably, it's not specified, but it could be the date the race was run, if we're looking at just one race, or over the course of several years. Where is the data from? Again, in the Consumer Reports article, not specified. For the Boston Marathon, we're pretty sure it's in Boston, so that is where our data is gathered. Then, how do we gather the data? A Consumer Reports article, well, it's not specified again. Although, honestly, I used to subscribe to Consumer Reports, and they could have actually tested the bars to get the calories and grams and protein and fat. They're pretty good about checking things like that out. For the Boston Marathon, it's also not specified, but it's probably collected from registration information. Now, the purpose. Well, the reason Consumer Reports gathered that data was in case you were interested in buying energy bars and you wanted to know flavor, price, number of calories, grams of protein and fat. So it's information for potential customers. For the Boston Marathon, they've got to write a news story on it, so they wanted to report on the race. That's the why. So a lot of times, the other thing I wanted to go over was counting and statistics. So counting is when we look at data, categorical or numerical. It's frequently used with categorical. And we want to summarize that data. And there's some ways to count. For example, the number of cases in each category. So the category cases are the what, and the individuals counted are the who. In this example, the count is the number of purchases. Well, that's how many whos. And the shipping method is why or what. So we counted how many whos with each category. We can also measure by counting. For example, we could track the growth in the number of teenage customers each month to make forecasts. That's actually the why that we're trying to, that's why we're counting. Who is the months, and the units are the number of teenage customers. So when we're counting, the units is just the number of. And teen is a categorical variable from age, which you could argue is numerical, but then we changed it to category. But now it's quantitative because we are counting it. Then the last thing I wanted to go over are identifiers. They're variables with unique values assigned to each case, and they're incredibly important. It's a special kind of categorical variable. There's exactly one person in each category. And the importance of this is it makes it possible to combine data from different sources to protect confidentiality and provide unique labels. Here are some examples of identifiers. Your student ID. Amazon customer identifier, so when you log in, it knows who you are. So it could be user login names, email addresses, a lot of different things. So what I would like you to do is revisit the problems from the previous slides, both the Discover article and the Consumer Reports article, and list the W's for each of those. Again, remember the solutions are also posted on